Alright, so really quickly, I have to go to work in about an hour, so I'm just going to jump in here. About 20.7 hours. Let me show you what I accomplished. The problem is I wasted like 5 to 10 hours on the other version. So, I did, we're going to be the TLDR week 1 jump start, right? The short down breakdown version of the TLDR jump start. And what I think you guys should be focusing on and doing. This is my advice, my guide. Different from everyone else's. I'm going to be uploading the raw footage of what I was doing too, so you can kind of see it. I'll probably speed up the content, but that's really just so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, like move for move. You don't obviously have to watch it. You can watch it if you choose to. This is more or less like I'll title things that you need to watch, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so about 20.7 hours, which is pretty realistic for considering a lot of us play like 40 hours a week. It's an MMO, like you put a lot of time into it. I will show you 2 different versions of what could be done. I'm also doing this because I gotta get screenshots. I wanted to share on the bragging channel. Everybody else was bragging about what they'd accomplished, so I want to also do that. Alright, so I got 4 characters done. Now remember, I started on the 17th. You're gonna see that in that clip. This is what I had accomplished. I'm just gonna... we're gonna jump in really quickly. And I'm just gonna show you guys exactly what I did, talk about what I did, why I did it, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna jump on the other account so I can get some stuff done on my main before I go to work. Because again, obviously my main's more important, right? I still got my 6 accounts done last week, so that was kind of huge. Or I got 5 of them done, and then one of them I only got through gate 1 before we ran out of time. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're still not trusted. I don't think. Yeah, we're still not trusted on this account, so. We did get Cuckle done, though, which is kind of a good feeling. We're not going to look at this. We don't have time to look at this stuff and tell you guys everything we did. Like, even this, like, I was just, like, loading shit in because I couldn't move quick enough. I'm just replying to something. So really, the more important thing is that I had gotten 2 of these done. So I actually got 4-piece clown on both characters in 1500. Now, how can I discuss this? So basically, what I actually did was I came into the game, and you guys saw the first 3 hours of it. I made a 14-15, made a 14-15, then made 2 side characters. Now, I didn't start until the 17th, so I was 4 days late to this, which really hurt, because if I had the additional 4 days, my plan would have went even better. But week 2, I have the whole week, so I'm going to make it perfect, right? By the end of the week, we plan to have all of the roster built. So essentially, what I did was 14-15, 14-15, Argos, Gold. Then I came onto this character, Vern Pass, and I leveled him up as much as I possibly could, right? And I had somebody actually carrying me through the early stage dungeons to get the first clears, etc. And then, basically, what I did is I did the events. I did their Guardians and their Chaoses and the lower level characters, so I could save these higher level characters and get the honor shards out of their Chaos dungeons, while doing the event stuff out of these lower level characters. Basically, so I could clean up the event shop, right? And get these books, so my taps wouldn't be as bad. So I did it that way, so I would have these books for the initial taps on these 2 characters, so I wouldn't lose too many honor shards and stuff. Okay, so that was first step 1. The second step was to do, like I said, Argos on these 2 characters. So I actually did Argos after that. I did it before I got out of the gold range for it. I was supposed to do Vicus on both of them. I did Vicus on one of them, and then I only got gate 1 on one of them. So I did get jailed. Then what I did was I came here, and you'll see that in the 3-hour video kind of covers a lot of it. I did trade skills, and I got enough stuff to get my research and things going. And the reason I did that was because one of the more important things that you want to do, I also spent money on this, but only so I could try to get trusted, and it didn't actually work anyways, so that was kind of a flop. Alright, we want to make this a quick video, so I don't want to click through too many things. I'm not going to quell my OCD. But basically, I came here, and we'll save this for later. I came here, or went wherever I did, and you saw that in the video. I get the trade skills, I get everything I need to get going, because I want to get the Stronghold stuff going ASAP. The most important stuff for you to be doing at the beginning stage of this game is to get your horizontal stuff completed sideways. And as I said in the very first video I put out before the Jumpstart servers even dropped, was spread your love. You want to get up to like 3 to 6 1460s within the first 2 weeks. So I'm still on track for that goal despite having a few setbacks. What I recommend doing in here is I recommend just making garbage, like any type of garbage, right, no matter what it is, because what it's going to do is it's going to get you that XP, right, towards your Stronghold. No matter what you're making, it'll get you XP towards the Stronghold. While you're online playing, I recommend doing these shorter 4-hour ones because you can collect them as you go. And when you're offline, I recommend actually doing these really long ones when you know you're going to be offline for a long period of time, which is what you're going to see me doing. As for the research, the goal was to get your level 3 lab. You could have done this quicker if you started on the 13th, and that's kind of what sucks. There's a lot of people who are recommending that you go ahead and do, like, the honing aids. I really don't think you should be doing the honing aid until you're pushing for a 3rd character. And the reason is because these actually all cost gold. So I don't believe you should be doing that. I believe what you should be doing is you should be focusing on additional dispatch ships, get 2 of those ships, 3 of them maybe even. But you should be working on these top 2 branches first. These are the things that you want to be working on first because you want to get your lab up and running. As a matter of fact, we could skip that real quick. We're not going to. Get your farm up and running. You want to have your pet ranch going because you want to get your legendary pet eventually. I think this will be good for the next 7 hours, so actually it won't be. So we have a lot to do right now. Basically getting it set up for the day. That's what I'm going to be doing right now. Is trying to get it set up for the day. Because I only have an hour to do this. And then I got to somehow go get my main account set up too. So I'm actually going to use these just to get it rolling. That'll give me an additional 10 each. We're going to get a ton of these. I'm not really worried about it. There's going to be a lot of people that are really against that, but it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to get a bunch of them. But what this will do is this will buy me a work window. So I'll be at work while this is going, and then I'll come back and it'll be done. It's the same logic with this. I know that while I'm at work, this will still be going. What I'm a little bit more concerned about is this right now. So that's why I want to actually skip it and get some longer ones in there. Which means that I do have to actually do trade skills. We could knowledge transfer him. We still have the gold to do knowledge transfer. We just haven't done it yet. So the reason I actually told you to spread your love and why I stand by that now was if you had done what I had said to do on the 13th and you had the whole week to do it, like, instead of me doing it on the 17th, and you'll see that in one of the videos I upload, or that very first 3-hour video, is that I didn't start until the 17th, which is, again, 4 days late to this, and I still accomplished this. If you had done that, you would have basically been able to do all of these, right, which would have gotten you a ton of vaulting gold, and it would have gotten you this extra 2,500. It would have also gotten you all of the Vicus gold and the extra 3k gold. So that would have been an extra 5,500 on top of whatever you got from the raids. And then you could have came and done the clowns. Now, granted, I did do the clowns. We're going to get into that. The Abyssal Dungeon, you got to wait 8 weeks. And the Guardian raids, I kind of fucked up. So what I would also do, immediately, because these are going to be your easier weeklies to accomplish, right, is I would immediately go in here and accept the Guardian one. And accept the Chaos Dungeon one. Because these are the ones that you're going to be easily getting down at the beginning of the game. Okay? Again, I'm not going to do too much. I am going to go in here and skip some of these real quick. Okay, so I cut that. The more important thing was this. I'm trying to find it. This. So you want to get the 1100. It's for 1100. Especially if you have to get trusted on a new account, like I had to get trusted. So really, this set me back even harder because, again, I didn't start until the 17th, so I was 4 days late, and then I didn't have trusted, so I couldn't really function on this account the way I needed to. Selling things, buying things, etc. I needed to buy a couple of arrays where I was short, and it kind of hurt me. Instead, what I did is I had 2 of these accounts because I messed up and already made one. So I actually found out that I could just send stuff to this one. So I went on that one and I bought some arrays on that one and sent it over to this one. So that actually worked out. So I didn't even actually have to do this, but I do recommend you spending the 10 to 20 bucks. And here's what I ended up doing with the blue crystals, and this is what I recommend you do as well. Go into wardrobe. I actually recommend you buy one of these three. The one that I bought, I believe, was this one, because it reduces or is this one. It reduces the dispatch time and reduces the research cost, right, by 120. You can't use it yet, so that's totally okay, but I also recommend you buy this one as well, because it's going to reduce your research time and your dispatch time. So those are the two that I would buy at the beginning of the game, because those are the two most important things that you're going to be doing. That's pretty good. And then in addition to that, there's one more thing that I didn't really see anybody talking about, and that's I recommend buying the ship with 420 of your first blue crystals as well. I also got aura and stuff too, just because it's going to help the account. Because this is going to help you get around the sea a lot faster. Just come grab this ship skin. This is something we did in the beginning of the other game, and it really does push you forward fast. What else? But yeah, so I didn't get anything. Oh, aura. I also did get, I think about a month worth of aura, because I do think that's worth it. So the aura is worth it. I would definitely consider that. Alright, so that's everything I did. Again, I was able to get 4-piece clown and 1500 on 2 different characters, and I definitely could have done better. I did not do better. Oh, man. I did not do better because I'd started late, and starting late hurts. I mean, I did still put 20 hours in, but starting late definitely hurt. And it's not... Starting late only hurt because I needed more days for dailies to clear out the event shop and stuff. So I didn't have that extended period of time to have characters sitting and building rest. Like, if those secondary characters were sitting there building rest for a couple days, when I finally got around to them, they would have got more materials. And that's kind of what hurt me. And I'm going to show you guys, like I said, the second roster that I ended up doing first. And I put 10 hours into that. And I had clips recorded of me what I was doing in that one, too. It was basically the same stuff, so... So yeah, as you can see, I got the exact same concept. So it's 2-piece Nightmare level 2 and 2-piece Dominion, or 4-piece Dominion level 2. So I did the exact same thing. So again, all I did was I came in here and I split it up. You get 25 and you get 20. So what I did is I put 20 on one of them and 25 on the other, and that allowed me to get 4 pieces as long as I completed the clown. Now, granted, one of them actually I got the chest for like 5 gold, and I think it's the other character. So that other character is set up really, really nice. As you can see, I didn't really collect or claim anything. I just didn't have time. I still don't. I didn't tap like crazy. I just tapped the 13 because I also don't believe that you should be going for... Like, if you didn't do 3 and 4 last week, it's not a big deal. Should you have? If you could, yes. If you started on the 13th, it would have been easy for you to do. If you didn't have time to do it, though, like I didn't have time, getting it just to 15 and getting a 2-piece by week 2 is perfectly fine. Because now you're going to get an additional 2 pieces this week if you do all 4, right? I think, at least. And then you can level it up gradually instead of pushing it all right away. And I think this is the better way to do it if you're using the event to do it. Because if you're using the event, you really want to go 1 tap at a time. You don't want to do 3-4 taps into 1 piece, because then you're using the honor shards at a ratio, and you're using all the materials that they gave you at a ratio. And that's why you're going to notice that I actually I didn't run out of anything. Like, I still have a good portion of the materials, and the reason I still have a good portion of the materials is because I'm not doing things out of ratio. Okay? So I just want you guys to know that you should be respecting that natural order, so to say, is what I always talk about. I also obviously got a lot of this done without meaning to, just because if you're doing the stuff that I talked about, I would recommend getting all of these guide quests done that you can possibly get done. These 2 are less important, but they are still very important, okay, in this one. And this one's going to be a little bit harder to get done, too, or this one, or I forget which one it is. So just make sure that you pay attention to those. You also want to do things like that. You want to be doing your dailies. None of these are going to be coming up in a time that are good for me. I didn't even really do this. I did like 2 of these last week. That's the sad part. Let's see. I know. Cards. A buddy did tell me about how deep dive is actually really easy to be farmed on the server, because the cards actually pop up in the shop. So I would recommend, as soon as you get online, just take a quick look at the shop, see what's there. Alright, so again, I'm not going to show you a lot. I'm not going to talk about a lot. We're just going to go straight to the next characters. These 2 characters could have made it to 1460. I needed that extra 4 days worth of time, which it didn't have. I don't know how to show... again, so last week. Another thing that after I did that stuff, I came over to here, and I would recommend every week doing this quest. I'll maybe even do this real quick just because I have the time probably to do this. So this is what I did before I went into my Legion Commander shop to get the honor shards that I was short on the 2 main characters, because you did end up coming up short, especially if you pitied. Is I did things that I thought people forgot. First off, I used the pirate ship to get the 5,000 a week, which I'm still gonna do. I bought, but I came in here because you got honor shards from here that helped you, and there's no reason not to take advantage of this stuff or to take advantage of the rest of this stuff. So I'm probably gonna do again this week. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do the exact same thing, and I recommend you guys come in here and do the exact same thing. So we're gonna accept the quest. You get 2 of the tokens every week. Although I still have 2 of the tokens. I think they're in one of these character storages. What that allowed me to do was that allowed me to also build some adventure tomb stuff here, because I collected some of it while I was killing these things. Oof. Yeah, so I don't really have, like I said, a ton of time. So I just gotta do what I gotta do. I actually don't even really want to show you guys this, but I figure I might as well. So then after I cleared out this shop, that was when I started attacking the raids. And that's why before I didn't even have, I had 2 1450s sitting for a little while I was setting up this horizontal base stuff, because I knew what I was going to need. And that's why I'm telling you guys now, for week 2, if you didn't take advantage of some of these shops, I would consider taking advantage of it. If you were listening to content creators that were telling you to just push straight to 1490 or push straight to the end game immediately, that was not what you needed to do. You needed to spread out horizontally. The only reason I don't have more 1460s again is because I ran out of time. All right, I work 2 full-time jobs and a part-time job. I'm working 80 to 100 hours a week right now. I didn't start again until the 17th, and I'm going to keep pointing that out in this video, because being that 3 or 4 days late to these jumpstart servers really did hurt me, because if I had started on day 1, I would have gotten in with a lot of the reclear groups. Like I'm going to upload the raw footage. You're going to see that I struggle with a lot of groups and get jailed with a lot of groups, kind of like a lot of you are going to. But again, this is a 2-week goal I gave you guys, and the reason I gave you guys 2 weeks is because of that. The other reason I don't like that the other content creators that I've been watching are giving the advice of getting straight to the end game or getting straight to 1490 is what I'm seeing is a lot of these players don't even understand 3x. They don't know clock positions. So you really should be following along with my original guide, the one that I made 2 days before the jump starts even came out. And the reason I'm saying this is because you needed to learn Volton and Vicus. You needed to learn the basic raid mechanics before you moved on to things like Brel, before you moved on to things like later Kyangil and Akan. And if you don't have these things down, then you're hurting yourself. And the other thing, what you're not doing is you're not taking advantage of the easy gold that you could get. So by doing it the way I did it, I did 2 Argoses. I was already up like 1,200 gold before I even needed gold. Do you know what I mean? And before I did... And I'm going to be doing the same thing on the 2 1100 characters I have too. Before I even need the gold on them, I'm going to be doing Argos and getting them. Oh, and that's the other thing too. So why I didn't run out of honor leaps, great honor leap stones, and why I didn't run out of honor shards and a lot of other stuff. I did run out of honor shards towards the end, right? Like you saw how many bags I had to buy out of this shop, right? I also had to get some out of the Mayhem shop too. So that's, there's actually more that I ran out of too. But it all ended up working out in the end. I ended up having to do first clears. I ended up having to do chaos dungeons, etc., etc. And I guess that's something I could point out too. So chaos is I actually ended up doing 22 in the 3 days because of these. I was able to use these, but you should have been able to get that completed easily, right? I guess that's another point too. Yeah, we got a lot to cover, so let's just go ahead and get this quest done. We just want to get these tokens. That's it. You need to do this once a week. It's not that big a deal. And then when you decide to actually complete this is when you decide to actually complete it. Okay? And this is actually the character that I did it on, so that's huge. Again, we don't have a ton of time, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking. Now we're going to go to the city, and we're going to show you what else we bought. This is all important stuff for you to know, for you to understand moving forward. Now, as an experienced reclear player of Akan, I was able to do the Plague Legion Commander practice, which allowed me to get tokens that a lot of you guys aren't going to be able to get yet. Right, so we're going to go to that shop and show you. So basically, for this week, I already have, because I was able to do this, I could get the level 105 tripod, but I'm not going to yet. These honor shards are going to be more important for when I'm pushing, not so much this week. So this week, I'm just going to do what I did last week, which is buy these, because it's going to help me honing, right? So that's why you really want to get that out of the way if you can. If you're a reclear, it also has the rest of the materials. Same thing with this. You want to basically bang these out so you can buy these books, buy the honor shards and the characters you need it. And then this was really where I bought a lot. Like I bought 10 of them to get these characters up to 1500. And again, I think 1500 is just more important. So TLDR. This week, we'll take a look at that. This week, I would recommend doing, again, your Vicuses first. You shouldn't be doing Kyangil already. If you are, it's because you're one of those elite squads of people that just doesn't make any sense. It's not good for your account. If you're taking this Jumpstart server serious and not casually like a player like I should be, and you're taking it seriously, you should be spreading your love. You should be making a roster. And it will benefit you more. You're going to be making more gold than the person who's making one character all the way up. Because then you want to kind of get these books. It's going to help those lower level taps. So before I even go and tap these two characters, right, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing my clowns on these characters, trying to get the raids done. Okay, so you just want to grab those books, though, throw them in your storage or wherever the hell you ended up throwing them. I need to go through these jewelries and stuff and just kind of break it down. Not what I meant to do. So I'm going to put the gems in here for now, just to save storage space. But yeah, so I basically, you can see what I did. I cleared out in here. But in addition, when you turn in your thing, right, and you turn it in for Brawl stuff, you were able to get 2 more Hope Amulets, which was pretty massive, in my opinion. And I'll do the Chaos Engines later. Because I'm going to get, again, if I started, one more time, if I had started on the 13th, this would be done, and I would have already had another red amulet for them, and a bunch of cube tickets. Alright, this you can't do. This is going to take a while. Same thing with this. Challenge criterion. No matter what, you have to wait a couple weeks for this. So, but same thing, actually. You know what I didn't do when I got on this character? We're going to be immediately accepting this. We're going to be immediately accepting this. Not just for the honor shards, or actually I wouldn't ban in that one, except the one for the honor shards, because the silver is not going to be the issue. Alright? That's what I want you to do. It's going to help you get things done a little bit quicker. And what else did I do? I did hit some quality taps too. This was a waste of gold, but it was only 1 tap each. They were so low, and I got lucky. I got a 74, so that kind of worked out. But they were just so low that I felt the need to do it. Do you know what I mean? But again, you know, she got 4 pieces as well from Clown just by taking advantage of this event thing correctly. I know that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to like, oh no, you should use all of these horns on one character. You'll have your complete Clown set week 1. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. You're going to be doing Clown for the gold in the next week or 2 weeks anyway. So now by doing it the way I did it, I'm probably going to have 6 piece this week on 2 different characters instead of having 6 piece on one character and barely have 4 piece on the other character. Like, that just didn't make any sense to me. So, and I might not be able to actually get 6 piece because I think you need 15 or something for the weapon. What do I need? 25 and 10. I think you get 20. So it's going to be about 2 more weeks anyways, right? And I think that this was the better route to go about with this stuff. Again, leveling by the natural order. You're not over-leveling because it just doesn't make any sense. And I really do believe that you need to learn the content. Like, you shouldn't be doing this, and you shouldn't be doing this yet. That doesn't make any sense. This, maybe by week 2 you're ready to do this. But you were not ready to do this week 1. You just weren't. Right? You needed to learn these raids. Especially Clown. Like, Clown's a learning curve that you do need to go through. So, again, I'm not going to keep lecturing that home. Actually, let's see if there's any Clown groups. Yeah, I'm not going to just jump into stuff. Okay. Yep. So, I think that kind of covers everything that you should be doing. Make sure you're doing your lumber. When it comes to trade skills, don't be doing things for like fish and stuff. You are going to be short the arrays on your 3rd and 4th character, right? For this character and this character, because you're not going to get them for free. I actually still have, if you did everything in the way you were supposed to do it, though, you should still have one of these for one of those characters, right? And actually, maybe that's what we'll go do right now. We'll go tap that character. I just want to... I'm just making sure I got everything settled. See, like, this character actually ended up with like 190 of them extra, because I didn't realize I could send them to the character from the other account. And it does kind of suck that I still don't have Trusted. Like, that is brutal. But anyways, other than that, I don't know what else I could tell you. Like, I did do bracelets and shit, but I got lucky. Got a couple decent ones. Oh, engravings. So the first engravings that I actually recommend getting, because I am going to be making a paladin as my second 3 characters. Or at least one paladin, whatever I decide to do on, is I did get his books. They give you more than enough books to do this. I got his book to 9. I got her book to 9. What that'll allow you to do is that'll allow you to get a 6/6 stone, basically. And a couple pieces of class engraving jewelry from, Argos, which is guaranteed, or Araya, which is also guaranteed, to get the jewelry. And this is a great way, also the reason I did Argos, because you get the bloods, you can dismantle the bloods, which gets you stones. I don't remember where that shop is. I think it's this one. So I don't think I did it on this character, because this is the first character I leveled. So I could still show it, see? So what you can do is you can come in here, you can trade it for jewelry, you can trade it for great honor leaps. I actually don't need any of this stuff now, which is kind of shitty. But yeah, so this is what you would have done. You would have gotten an additional 90 great honor leaps. Not bad, right? Because this character's got the engraving support, though, it doesn't really matter on them, but it's going to be relevant on the other characters. Right? That's not bad. An additional 23 marvelouses. But let's go ahead and just get swapped right over to the other character, show you guys kind of what I'm going to be doing with that gold. And then that's it. And then I'm going to end this video. It's a little bit shorter. It's still pretty long, and I apologize for that, but there's no way. Actually, I am going to swap to the other account, too, and add that into this, because, like I said, I technically hurt my progress. Because I did do a lot of stuff on a whole entire other roster that was a mistake. But at the time, remember, I was going to be playing the server casually and not trying to show you guys how to take it serious like what I'm doing now. Because I had somebody who was doing it for me who I was going to make the content off of, but they kind of backed out on me, so we're just going to delete all of that. It's not relevant. We're going to go to the Stronghold. Actually, I should be doing the Paladin, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I should be doing the Paladin. Who I do think got pigeonholed or bottlenecked by honor shards, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not too worried. Like, I have honor shard bags that I can use on him now. It's also the next week, so I can use event materials. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you follow the natural order on your 2 main characters, all of those event mats these first 2 weeks shouldn't be going towards your main characters. They should be going towards your secondary characters. If you use the Chaos Liner, the Mayhem Shop, and then the Brel Shop, and you did one character at a time, you got one 1500, use the Brel Shop, get the other 1500, then you don't need anything beyond that. So just one more time, I want to look at Legion Seal Exchange. Nope. Legion Raid Exchange. Like I said, if you got one character up, and then you came back and did the Mayhem Shop, you would have gotten the Honor Shards through the Mayhem Shop. And if you got the Honor Shards, which I can't see them now, but if you got the Honor Shards through the Mayhem Shop, then you got the other character up, you would have been able to use the same thing with the Phantom Shop. So that's kind of my point. It's like if you did things in kind of a natural order sort of way, you would have been fine. I also recommend, so you don't fail a lot of these early taps, doing all of your... And I did have a buddy carry me through it, but see the Star Breath bounce? By doing all of my first clears, you get those for all of the first clears, right? So all your first collect chests give you, see how it gives you 55 of them? Each and every one of these gives those to you. And it helps you to not essentially fail and save honor shards and save everything that you need. Now, we might actually have to do something really quick just because we're going to need the event shop. Unless I have shards somewhere in here. No, just purples. This is going to be for this character, so we already know that. Might as well just take them out. We're going to need this. We might need that. That. I got a half an hour left, so we're going to make this count. That. Right? Yeah. Okay. We do need the honor shards. So what we're actually going to go do now is we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to accept the 2 weeklies before we do anything. Right? And granted, we're not going to get that done today. But what it'll allow us to do is it'll allow us to eventually get it done. Hell, you could even do like the Abyssal Challenge I could go do technically, since it's the beginning of the week. But I actually think it would just be easier to do this. Now, because this doesn't necessarily matter to me, right? We're going to go do him just to collect it, just to get the soul, just to get the event shop stuff. Because we just want to get this character moving. We don't want to spend a ton of time on it. And it's okay that in these first 2 weeks that you're going to use your event stuff to push these characters forward. I also got another thing I didn't talk about. The 3 books I chose were specific to my character, but obviously I got Preemptive Strike to 9 because it's important. I got Spirit Absorption to 9 because you want to be able to run around on all of the islands a little faster. So for like a character like this, when I'm doing things like side content, horizontal things, Bifrost-based concepts, or Una dailies, I'm going to be equipping double Spirit Absorb so I can run quicker and not take as much time running on the land. The same concept as me getting that ship so I can move through the ocean quicker. Preemptive Strike's kind of obvious for these secondary characters to do their chaos engines faster. And then Adrenaline is something that pertains really just to my main. I think Adrenaline of all of these engravings was the best 9 that I could pick. Like if you went for Grudge, you're kind of hurting yourself because you're not going to get Grudge 12 for a while. Same with Keen Blunt, same with a lot of these. But whereas Adrenaline on its own as a 2 is actually not that bad. Alright, so food for thought. Hopefully this goes. We're going to cut that. It was just ridiculous. Don't do that guy. Don't do him on a paladin or something that's just not equipped to do it. Alright, we're going to go into the event shop. I'm going to go to the Makoko version of it. We're going to grab one of these, and we're just going to use the shards. I don't know how much you actually get. Should be more than enough, right? Just to finish this out. Or probably not, actually. But, so that's why these were important. Saves you on the failures. And that would be my last failure saver. Especially because I do think I already did all of the ladder. Yeah. So now we're going to really be pushing the end of this. And we're kind of just going to hope we get some 1-taps here. Perfect. And they could fail, right, realistically. Are we hoping that they don't? Yes. Yes, we are, because it would really suck. We'll probably end up having to use one more honor shard pouch. And probably one more blue crystal pouch. Overall, not that bad, though. Yep. So we're going to go back into the event shop. And again, there's going to be people that are going to be advising against this. They're going to be like, no, that's crazy. What are you doing? But no, there's a reason why these bags are giving you these. Okay, there's a reason why they're allowing you to be able to get this stuff from this bag. Because they know, the developers know the same stuff that we know, that they want you to do this. The reason why I gave that advice in the beginning is because you want to spread the love. Again, I did it 2 days before the Jumpstart servers even came out. I was telling you guys how to do this stuff. Because you're going to be able to get these things done faster. Being able to get the masterpieces done faster. And you'll see that in that 3-hour video that I upload where I'm doing this and I'm searching for the ones that I'll be able to do. Because it's the most important thing to do. You want to get your masterpieces. You want to get your Omnium stars. I guess that's something important to show real quick too. This is how I did for collectibles so far. I got Milwaukee, which is really lucky actually, I'm not going to lie. But there's easier ones to get than that. So you want to go through there. You want to get that. You want to get your Giant Hearts. You want to get all these types of things done as quick as you can. Not as quick as you can, but reasonably fast, right? Go ahead and go get these 20. Like this week, I would focus on getting at least 20 of these out of the way, 15 of them. 20 because of the skill points, but 15, the reason why you want to do that is because you'll get the skill points, but you'll also be able to move quicker on the islands, which helps you in the long run. Again, the same thing as the Spirit Absorption. For the Giant Hearts, you could easily get 4 of these out of the way within a day. I just didn't because I was doing other things, again, spreading the love. For this, getting 2 Omnium Stars is not a big deal, especially if you got one like I did for RNG already, then you'll easily be able to get that out of the way. As a matter of fact, I could probably go get another one right now. But we won't do that. Again, we're just trying to get this character to that threshold. Okay. Okay. And now that we've done that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take all of the gold that we have, and we're going to go do knowledge transfers, because this is exactly what I believe you should be doing with your account, spreading the love. This gold isn't that important to you in the beginning of the game. It is if you're going to be honing like crazy, but if you're not honing like crazy and you're respecting the natural order, the stuff I keep trying to preach since day one on this game to everybody, then this gold isn't important right now. Not for the reasons that the people are trying to get you guys to use it. We'll leave that for 7 hours, actually, because you know what? That's better this way. So, boom, we're going to knowledge transfer. Pretty sure it's instant. Yep. Please don't make me have to go through each. Like, I don't have time to... Okay, thank you. Okay, you should have enough from week 1 to do all of your 1 characters. And then this week, remember, I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be clearing, right, Vaulton and Vicus's by the mass load, which means that I'm going to get the bonus gold at the end of the week plus my normal gold. And that's what you're going to see happen. Okay, we're not going to keep clicking into that. We're just going to keep knowledge transferring. And I might even have enough gold this week to do 2 characters. So now if you wanted to... Oh, it's going to make me... Please don't make me go to any land. If you wanted to, technically, because it does look like you have enough, you could start knowledge transferring the other character, or you could do a self-learned knowledge transfer as well. Okay, boom. So I'm happy I didn't do the Chaos Dungeons, actually, because now I'm going to need those Chaos Dungeons. Hopefully we get lucky. Right? There we go. We still got 4,200 gold left. Now we're going to go in here. Do the 1,100. Hopefully we get lucky. Yeah, hopefully we get lucky. Genuinely, hopefully we get lucky. Because if you don't get your pieces, you have to wait a day. And that's fine if I have to wait a day, but that's also going to hurt. 9:12. I got to leave soon. This sucks. This sucks, dude. Also, I didn't do any of the tower. I want to point that out. So I actually probably could have went and did the tower. I did do the tower on my other roster that I'm going to show you. But again, because I was late 4 days, I didn't have time, so I had to do things different than the way I advised you to do it. That's all I'm saying, is like I had to do things very different on this than I had to do it originally, or wanted you to do it originally, and it was because I was late 4 days. If I wasn't late 4 days and I didn't get screwed on the trusted thing, I would have easily been able to follow the exact same logic I tried to give you guys, but I actually had to do things a little bit different than the way I asked you guys to do it, due to the fact that I got fucked. Just gonna say it like it is. I don't think they have auto dismantle on. Yeah, so I should be okay. So I was just really unlucky that I didn't get anything. Probably should have put potions on. Yeah, because I'm just gonna end up dead. Is what this is looking like. Oh, did I heal somehow? That's awesome. So this is only level 2 preemptive. So I would recommend if you get like 1 piece preemptive, or is it 18? Actually, it should be level 3 preemptive now that I think about it. Yeah, just always save your ult for the big guy. You just one-shot him. Okay. I think it's going to screw me and I'm not going to get any pieces. Oh, we got 1 piece. So that's huge. Preemptive. We're just going to equip whatever for right now. Just to get that stat boost. There we go, pots. So again, like I said, it could screw me and I could get no pieces that I need. There we go, we got 2 pieces right there, that's huge. Alright. It's going to boost our HP a ton, apparently. We got a second chest piece, which sucks. You can obviously quality shop if you want. The reason it sucks is because you can't technically move forward without it. We did get another piece. And I think we just got another preemptive piece, which means that we can technically take off. We can take off one of the preemptives. That's massive. And we just need pants and gloves. Which, again, shouldn't be a problem, because if we do 2 of these, we're actually going to get an additional 2 auras. So, and it really wouldn't have been a problem, again, if I had the extra 4 days. Sorry that I keep saying it, but it does really, really hurt. Like, it really does hurt. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. It just stings a little. You don't technically need to see this, but it is kind of RNG. It's fun to watch. I also recommend getting your controls up and running. Like, it's fucking with me hard that none of my controls are where they need to be. But again, time, right? I don't have a ton of time, so I have to do what I have to do. Yeah, before I go into the next one, I'm going to deselect one of these. And I'm going to put on the other one that I had worked on. I could do Spirit Absorb. We're not gonna. We're gonna do for the power. Actually, you know what? Are they both gonna come up short? Yeah, they're both gonna come up short. So we're gonna do Spirit Absorb. We'll see how that goes. Did I get any jewelry with Spirit Absorb? I did not. So let's go ahead and get right into this next one. We're hoping we get, what, pants and pauldrons or something like that? Yeah, pants and pauldrons. Again, I did use event stuff last week too on my main two 1500s, like the shards. So that was also part of why these guys didn't make it where they needed to, because I didn't have the extra days of farm time. Those extra 3-4 days of farm time would have allowed me to just do their chaos dungeons to get the materials I needed instead of having to use event stuff. And that's why I'm kind of really salty. I'm jaded. I'm really jaded over this because fucking it should have been better progression than it was, especially because I wasted time on that first one, which really hurt. But you know what? For 20 hours, it ain't bad. We might not get it, which is brutal. But this is exactly the problem you used to have back in the day. Again, where that 4 days would help, because you'd have more time to be able to do these without having to use the event stuff. Let's just hope we get it within the end of this. There we go. We got one of them. So we just need the pants. We just need the pants. Come on, pants. Don't screw me. Like, let me get it in one so I can just be done. Especially because I don't really have the time. Like, I already have to get up and go. It's funny because MT said the same thing that I'm saying right now in the video. Oh man, they're not gonna give me the pants. Please, come on. There we go, we got him. That's huge. That's huge. We're still gonna complete the dungeon. Just checking quality, seeing if there's better qualities. Okay, so that's huge because now we don't have to waste time on this character essentially or waste materials, not time and materials. We got 10 minutes left, so I gotta make this count because I'm also uploading it. The maintenance kind of killed me last night, so see if we can get these done and then bam. All right, so throw some tripods on him. We're gonna wait to claim this on one of the main characters which, I mean, it doesn't matter because I can claim it here. But what that did is that gave me these tokens. I don't have time to answer those questions. I'm just going to say it like it is. I don't. As a matter of fact, I don't even really have time to go show you guys me honing this character at the moment. Stop. Everybody that can possibly hit me up right now is hitting me up. Go away. I do not have the time to respond to everything at the moment. I just don't. I literally don't. It's like people see me online and they're like, let's message them immediately. Stop it. Just stop it. Alright, so basically you would just come over here and you would start immediately tapping, right? First, you would use your gear transfer. Right. Okay. I really don't have time for these little, like, extra clicks that you guys are implementing right now, just to make me have to spend more time doing this shit. Ta-da! Alright. What I would recommend doing is just opening up, one of these at a time. Coming in here, tapping. Right? Again, I'm not going to do this right now. I'm going to show you maybe one or two pieces. And tapping. So I would start immediately tapping this character up. Right? That's it. Now, I'm going to swap again. I can't claim this, which is brutal, but whatever. I don't have a lot of time because I got to upload this too. So then I would, go over to this character, or these characters. I'd start doing my raids. I'd do my clowns and stuff because I want to be able to get the shards and I want to be able to get the things to help this character, like the books and stuff, this week. Alright, so I want to buy these books, transfer them to this character, so it'll help this character get to that next stage. Alright, that's it. That's it. So now I'm going to swap to the other roster. Okay, so now we're on the other one real quick. Again, I really do have to leave. I have to get to work in like 10 minutes. This is the one that I kind of wasted my time on. And it was only a waste of time because at the beginning of this, I thought that there was this guy, Ellis, that get discouraged. And this is a message to my guys in my Discord. I'm very mad at you. Feel sad, man. This is kind of directed at you. You guys were you're veteran players, and you were discouraging a new player because the progression he got in day one, he did exactly what I asked him to do and saw the results day one because he was spreading the love and he was following all of these schemes, basically. All of these schemes. So this one I did start on the 13th, and I wasted my time on it. But because he was following all of the schemes that I asked him to follow, as you can see, it got 15, but it didn't do clown, right? I didn't get the clown and stuff done. Because he followed the scheme I asked him to follow, but you don't get 2 expresses, and that's when I was like, oh, I didn't realize. I was only supposed to make 1 character. I wasn't even going to do this. This is going to be my casual. This wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't supposed to even make these, so this would have been a waste of time. I was just going to focus on the 1 character like I said a casual player would, but because when Ellis left the Discord, stopped sending me messages, and wasn't going to do the video series for me anymore because I was just going to follow along with his progression and say, look, this is what happens when a player followed the exact guide advice I gave you a couple days before the drop even happened. He was destroying it. And we're going to flash really quickly kind of what he had from my PMs. It's pretty far down. But what he had accomplished day one, right? What he had accomplished day one was this. All right, 1, 2, 3. He had 3 1460s, and he was already working on the secondary branch. And that was day one. Day one, he got this done. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you followed along with my plan, you could get this shit easily out of the way, okay? And I'm very disappointed at my veteran players in the Discord because you guys made this kid quit. You guys discouraged him within the first couple of days. And because he wasn't doing the video series anymore, and I need to feel validated and vindicated in my advice that I give, because I know it's the best advice you're going to get from any content creator on how to play this goddamn game, because watch my other videos, watch everything I've taught people. I've been teaching people how to play this game correctly since the beginning. I had to actually scrap this. I had to scrap this entire account, stop playing it immediately, swap over, and start that other one from scratch. So now you guys have seen what I got done. I have to get to work. I'm going to upload this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this evolved your mentality. Listen to the advice I'm giving you. I'm going to try to do more short form content. I know this is still going to be like a 30-40 minute video, but the reality of it is you guys should be watching what I'm doing because you'll understand it a little bit better. You know, there's other content creators out there that are showing you guys how to navigate the guide stuff, navigate all this stuff. Like, that's the thing, too. I did, like, Stronghold things. Like, I wasted a ton of time on this roster. Like, 10 hours, I think. So, just food for thought. I'm not going to be playing this. This one's just going to get scrapped. I don't have time to be playing this many. Yeah. That's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is also on my main account too, so I'm kind of happy because it would have just started padding my hours on my main, which just makes my main look bad. So I'm actually really kind of happy that I'm scrapping this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.